Good Monday, everyone. Thanks for stopping by Garden State Weather and gardenstateweather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith with the daily video forecast discussion for Monday, the 10th of March, 2014. And over the weekend on Sunday, we transitioned from Eastern Standard Time over into Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And it's a beautiful thing. We're counting down now the days till spring 2014. 10 days, 1 hour, 38 minutes, and counting in the seconds here. And as of the 11 a.m. hour on this Monday morning, we're finding clouds across the region in the mid to lower levels of the atmosphere. As the disturbance has moved through, we had some snow flurries early this morning race through. That's now off the coast. Skies are still cloudy out on eastern Long Island and throughout northeastern New Jersey, but there are breaks in the clouds now across northwestern New Jersey and parts of central New Jersey, and also along the coastline and down through Trenton and down towards Philadelphia this morning, where it's still cloudy. These clouds will begin to erode during the morning hours, and temperatures already responding with readings now in the upper 30s to the low and mid 40s across the entire region. Notice all of our winds are out of the southwesterly direction here at about 10 miles per hour or less, so things are improving. And the morning surface chart from weatheroanoke.com and Digital Atmosphere Software shows basically a disturbance that moved off the coastline with a few flurries. There's a few more clouds with another disturbance here across the Ohio River Valley and also across Pennsylvania. We'll show you that on satellite view in just a moment. Notice how all the winds are out of the southwest. Temperatures are rising to the upper 30s and low to mid 40s, getting pretty close to where they should be at this time of the year. Right around 47 to 50 degrees is about the normal. Notice the flow is all from the west to the east across the region. We have another frontal trough approaching from the west. High pressure here across hopefully that didn't get cut off from the video here, but anyway, a small disturbance here. West to east flow, southwesterly winds ahead of this low pressure area, prefrontal trough moving through, and then the winds after this trough moves through, the winds will shift around to the northwest once again. And at quarter to 11 this morning, lots of clouds, but some breaks in the clouds across portions of the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area. So it's not completely overcast in every direction here in all locations here. And here's the reason why. A couple disturbances, one here with lifting over the Ohio Valley, another one exiting from central Pennsylvania into northwestern New Jersey. We had another one that just moved off the coast with a little bit of snow flurry activity. And the radar is quieting down as well, as we found a few areas of precipitation moved through the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area and scattered around Philadelphia and parts of the Delmarva this morning too, and all this is beginning to wind down. Water vapor loop this morning, we can basically see a west to east flow across the region. Weak wave of low pressure, some vorticity maximums here at the polar flow here, and also look at this, a big strong cutoff flow here across Mexico, which is spinning and lifting some of its energy and shearing the energy out across this convergence zone here, where the two streams are meeting across the southern plains and out into the southeastern Atlantic at this time. And as a result of that, moisture feeding in from off of the Pacific, bringing in more of a trough line now, more storms and rain in Northern California. But this cutoff flow here is going to be a question mark into the future, because these are going to be drifting in and out of the forecast over the next several days into early next week. And these cutoff flows are going to be problematic for the models to handle with the interaction between the subtropical jet and the polar jet to the north in this split flow pattern. For our forecasting responsibility, there's absolutely no weather watches, warnings, or advisories. Here's our first batch of moisture moved off the coast. Second little batch of light rain showers approaching Allentown and Harrisburg. A little light snow, Altoona and north. And these watches, warnings, and advisories are out of our forecast region, so we're not really going to discuss them. But what we will be discussing is the rain coming up for the New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metro area, and this would be for Tuesday night through Wednesday, especially during the day on Wednesday and Wednesday night. Anywhere from about 3/4 of an inch of rain could be falling across the entire New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area. Parts to the south and west of that could see upwards to an inch as well. VFR conditions on the aviational terminals this morning. Temperature out of Newark this morning at about 11 a.m. 44 degrees, dew point 20, humidity 38%. The wind is out of the southwest at 10, visibility better than 10 miles. Overcast ceilings at 25,000, a few broken clouds at 9 and 7,000 feet. And we're expecting scattered clouds to overcast conditions early this afternoon. And then basically there could be a light rain shower in the vicinity too early this afternoon. With overcast conditions at around 4,000 feet. And then from tonight through early tomorrow morning, a southwest wind at about 10 knots or less, scattered clouds at 5,000, broken 10,000, overcast at 25,000 feet. Generally VFR conditions. Philadelphia not looking too bad either. Right now 47 degrees. It's just shy of the normal for the day, which is about 50, 51 degrees. So not doing too bad out there in Philadelphia this morning. Wind out of the southwest at 15. The visibility 10 miles. Few clouds at 8,500, broken at 11,000, overcast at 25,000. It will be overcast for the duration of early this afternoon. A few broken ceilings at 25,000. Let some sunshine in late this afternoon, early tonight, tomorrow morning. Some broken ceilings at 25,000. Scattered clouds around. Winds out of the southwest to west at around 10 knots. Tomorrow morning, a frontal trough approaches and front moves through the region, and winds will be out of the northwest at about 10 knots with still some broken ceilings at about 25,000 feet, generally VFR conditions. Also want to go over one thing. We have sub-small craft advisories, no watches or warnings here for the coastal waters through Tuesday. That ramps up to small craft advisories during the day on Wednesday, and then gale warnings actually Wednesday night through early Thursday morning. As the system of low pressure moves in through the region with plenty of rain during the day on Wednesday and Wednesday night, transitioning back to snow from northwest to southeast. We'll get into that in just a moment. And as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, we have basically VFR conditions during the forecast period through early tomorrow. Marginal VFR and then downturn to IFR conditions in rain and precipitation late Tuesday night through Thursday morning, and then back to VFR conditions during the day on Thursday. Latest HRRR, that's the high resolution rapid refresh model this morning, shows the light rain and snow showers that exited the region early this morning after 8 a.m. And we found another area moving through the region, which is now across Pennsylvania, that will move through the region during early this afternoon before the sun begins to break out. There's still some mid and high level cloudiness across the northern tier, a few breaks in the overcast just about everywhere else, and generally dry conditions with the frontal passage moving in late tonight and early tomorrow morning. It's going to be a topsy-turvy ride over the next couple of days, right through the midweek and later part of the week, with very warm temperatures on Tuesday and Wednesday and very cold temperatures below normal again by Thursday. This is the reason why. In that split flow pattern that I just showed you, we find the disturbances now moving through during the afternoon today, and then clearing skies with some broken ceilings, more clouds as a cold front and disturbance here exits from the southeastern regions of Canada, drags a weak cold front through the region. That exits, and winds become west to southwest, and the flow is generally parallel here from west to east across the region. Then the winds become more southwesterly again ahead of our deep trough, which is forming across the mid-plains, and this induces warm air advection and the shearing of energy in the northern stream to produce some light rain getting in here on Wednesday morning. Now, a lot of the rain, according to the latest morning run of the NAM model, begins to spread in across Pennsylvania, and it's spotty in nature across northeastern Pennsylvania with a spoke of colder air on the north side here with 540 thicknesses lower here across central New York all the way down through just west of Ohio here into the northern plains. As a result of this, low pressure now attendant to this is going to be moving into the Mohawk River Valley area during the day on Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening. And there is a sharp contrast here between the very warm air advection that's going on here across the eastern side of the Appalachian Mountains and the colder air which is being brought in with height falls across the west as this low pressure system begins to deepen rapidly across southeastern New England. Southwesterly winds on Tuesday. Look at this. Temperatures here approaching near normal across northwestern New Jersey, near and above normal just slightly now across northeastern Pennsylvania, southeastern Pennsylvania. Look at this. Temperatures from perhaps southern Ocean County down through Atlantic Cape May County, parts of interior Salem and Gloucester County approaching 60 degrees on Tuesday afternoon with a stiff southwest wind. By Wednesday night, temperatures are in the 50s across the entire forecast region here, and into the low and mid 60s across the Delaware River Valley area in southern Maryland. And temperatures are falling back now through the 20s and single digits across Pennsylvania. This kind of contrast here argues for the fact of severe weather in spokes of showers and thunderstorms to enhance the rainfall during the afternoon and evening hours on Wednesday across the entire New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metropolitan area. Now, the Storm Prediction Center for late Wednesday into Thursday is introducing the fact that we have this disparity here with the deep low pressure center exiting into the southeastern regions of New York into northern New England. And very contrast here is the very warm, unstable air and onshore flow continuing across Maryland and Delaware into central and southern New Jersey, and the very stark contrast of very dry and colder air entering in from just the west. There is the chance of moderate thunderstorms with lightning here from north of 78 down all the way down through the New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metropolitan area. This could add up to the rain totals during the afternoon and evening hours on Wednesday across this region. And the latest model runs continue to come in from this morning, so we'll be updating this again during this afternoon. For Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You enjoy the rest of this Monday afternoon. We'll be back later this afternoon with an update video forecast discussion on what's going on.